Then it struck. They call it Kamikaze, meaning the divine tempest.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Kamikaze Podcast number 5. Is it 4, 5?
Five.
Welcome to Kamikaze Podcast number 5. It's been a while. You missed us and all our pretty faces and shit. My name's Andrew. My co-host Deepro Banerjee on the other end. And let's get straight into it, Deepro. Fucking UFC 240. No, 249. 250.
250.
It's such an iconic card, 250, and we got a fucking garbage ass main event, like the most of all garbage main events.
The main event was a letdown. I mean, it was like I think one of the commentators even said it was like a sparring round. I mean,
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't give a fuck.
Like Amanda Nunes was moving like a professional, and this is what happens with every Amanda Nunes fight. She's the only professional fighter in their entire, I don't know,
weight class.
Both the division. Not just the featherweight, but also the bantamweight. She seems like the only professional fighter. Everybody is like, training.
Yeah, look, man, you know my opinions about women's MMA. I don't want to keep on stressing that shit. Like,
for all her hype that Felicia Spencer was carrying on her shoulders, I mean, I don't know what the hype was about because I saw some of her older fights as well. She's nothing special. I mean, Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes, like whatever she is, she cracks people, right? She just stops people.
I think you know what this was. I think this was a pay-per-view that didn't have a fucking title fight or some shit on it, some like big ass because UFC does this, right? Like their pay-per-views always have title fights on them, if you've noticed. It's just women's MMA is very low level, man, and it's not enjoyable to watch it. So let's just move on to the next fight as far as I'm concerned.
Let's start from the lowest one, the Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley, Eddie Wineland. Fantastic knockout. Beautiful shit. Beautiful shit. I mean, this motherfucker's got on Takeshi 6'9" on us and all that, but god damn, get that boy cracked, dude. Sean O'Malley he's a dangerous kid, like, and fucking hits precise as well, like very precise striking. And it's not like it's like what I really like about his style is it's not like traditional kickboxing shit. Like, it's these new breed of these new breed of fighters are coming in. Dude, he's 24, 25 years old, man, a fucking kid, yeah. These guys are walking in with a very different style. It's like they're here to fuck you up. Like the technique is also very trained for guys who are going to move and like fucking.
Very subtle technique.
Think about this, dude. He was feinting the uppercut. Why do you do feint and uppercut against guys in general in MMA? It's because they shoot in on you. So you catch them with uppercuts and shit like that. So his fucking striking game is built around everything. I'm very, very, very impressed by his knockout.
Did you notice something? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When he cracked Eddie Wineland just stood there. He didn't see that coming.
Yeah, he didn't because he saw the feint. He saw the uppercut. Yeah, and then he didn't see the right hand. Really quick.
He didn't telegraph that like even that uppercut was so subtle. Very subtle. I mean, like left uppercut, bam, and then without any telegraph and hit him right square on the jaw.
Yeah, square on the jaw. It was clean KO. Fantastic work, man. Sean O'Malley is real threat to high level like fighters.
Yeah.
I really want to see him face a guy like Frankie Edgar's at 135. Fucking put him up against Frankie. Let him fight someone like Frankie.
Not really.
Someone very good grappling. Like
Aljamain Sterling.
Aljamain Sterling, I think, is fighting for title next against the winner of Petr Yan and Piotr Yan and Jose Aldo.
I think then Sean O'Malley has a good chance of facing Cody Garbrandt, which I think will come to these fights in any case.
Bantamweight it'll come to mix and matching these dudes anyway. Yeah. These 4-5 guys in bantamweight, like it's a cracking division right now. These guys, I think, they've got a lot of moxie in them.
Bantamweight is stacked right now. I mean, the three bantamweight fights that were there, like all three were incredible fights, all over in the first round. You want to talk about the welterweight one, which was the 3 rounds?
Magny, yeah. I was quite surprised that Rocco Martin kind of gassed out. Like I think the guy is he's a better fighter than what he showed. Maybe like the wrestling heavy attack in the first round kind of like depleted his gas tank, because the guy was quite tired in the second round. Kept getting walked down by Neil Magny. Neil Magny is, how would I put this? He's an above average fighter. Like again, no disrespect to him, because the guy's definitely fucking won his fair share of fights. But he's the kind of guy that is the litmus test if you want to go to the next level. Like you got to beat a guy like Neil Magny. Good cardio, decent striking, decent takedown defense, good wrestling, good ground game. You got to beat a guy like that to really take your game to the next level, and then you're ready for the fucking killers at welterweight.
He was barely tired.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they all train on that elevation fight team, right? Like, so their fucking cardio is off the charts, man. All these guys, him, TJ, with his EPO infused cardio. But yeah, a good fight though. I mean, but I'm very impressed by Aljamain Sterling as well. I mean, the next fight, fucking guy took down Cory, Sandhagen, choked him like, god damn, like, and they were dry. I don't think Sandhagen expected that barrage, immediate barrage.
He defended once and got him the second time.
Yeah, he defended once and he fucked up by letting go of the overhook. If he still had the overhook, he still could have done something with it. He let go of it, got taken down, and he got the hook sunk in. Because Aljo was not going to strike with this motherfucker. Like, he was like, dude, I'm not going to strike with this guy. So very impressive performance as well by him. Closed the distance, fucking took him down, choked him out. In Sandhagen also, he's only like 26 or something, 27, something like that. So he's a long way to go. Like, he's not.
So here's the thing, a lot of hype was riding on him as well.
Yeah, both these guys were like, that was supposed to be the hype fight. Like,
yeah. 28. The thing is, like, I want to know who he faces next.
Aljamain, I told you, Aljamain fights the winner of Jose Aldo and Piotr Jan. Yeah, 100%. Sorry?
When is that fight happening?
I'm not sure. I think July 11th, maybe Fight Island, UFC 251.
UFC 251.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know why he's fighting Jose Aldo, but yeah, fuck it. It's a good fight. I'll watch it. Great fight. In fact, UFC 251 is shaping up to be a very good card.
You will come to it. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. You will come to it. Yeah. So that was great. And then the return of Cody Garbrandt, like, oof. Dude, he hit him with a shot that I've only seen in like UFC 5 or some shit. Like, you know what, those fucking come from the bottom, like just boom, and
once again, a very well executed punch.
Yeah. He timed him and then just like bang, like really confident in his striking skills. Like, again, young buck, 28, 27, like real young.
Yeah. He seems to have improved. He's changed his game style a bit.
Yeah. It's a little more. He's quicker and shit. Like, he doesn't bang as much. Like, because he was a guy that used to bang. Like, he used to like banging. So
you know what that means, though. He has a better coach now. It's not you or I favor him.
Yeah. He has a better coach. Yeah, Mark Henry.
Alljamain always had that overhand.
Yeah, and then they got a guy who's a really slick boxer. Like what the fuck do we do with this dude? Like, you know. Team Alpha Male is great. If you're a young fighter, it's good to go there to develop your base. Like, you get good wrestling, good grappling. You learn the basics of striking and shit. It's very good for that. But it's like they've become like a mid-level camp now. You have to go to a higher level camp. It's the only way.
That's good that Cody's back. Like, there's some competition in the bantamweight. Miller's gone. TJ's gone. We don't know when TJ's going to come back.
Yeah, no, he should be back soon. His 2-year suspension is almost up.
He's been gone for a while, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
Cejudo's retired.
Yeah, Cejudo's done. Marlon Moraes is always there, but he's fighting. I can't remember who he's fighting. He's fighting someone though. The guy's got a fight on him. So
Marlon Moraes has become predictable, I think.
No, he's good. He's a very good fighter. He's got lots of power in his hands, but like it's also you're facing the best of the best of the best now. Like, it's the UFC level is something else, man. Especially when you get up there. Like, okay, fine, you mid card level, maybe you won't have so much trouble. But once you get up to the upper echelon.
Sorry, why isn't he fighting Peter? He's the one who won that fight with Jose Aldo.
Yeah, exactly. But the UFC, like, fuck you, bitch. Jose Aldo's got the bigger name, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think too much about the matchmaking. It's done. It's done. Fuck it. There's nothing much crying and bitching and moaning about it. Nothing's going to help, right? Like so. Fuck it. So, but yeah, those are the fights I think were fantastic. Like a good, decent event. Except that the main event was just like, who gives a shit? I didn't even watch it. I went to sleep
Very
after
boring.
that.
It was actually, you're right. I mean, I watched it. I kind of just somehow waited until the last round, and I was like, we all know what's going to happen now. And Amanda Nunes could have ended that fight anytime she wanted to. She was like, she was in a good mood. That's what she was. She was
Yeah,
out
because,
fighting
like
after long.
she didn't have any like beef with Felicia Spencer. Felicia Spencer is the nice Canadian chick, right? Nobody has any beef with her. So I said, fine, fuck it. Like, let's fight a little bit more, kind of. Let's get some ring time in. You know, like because
It was
most
hard to watch.
I mean, actually no. Last fight she went full 5 rounds with Jermaine Durandon, which is another boring ass fight. Like, I'm like, good God, this is really bad. Like, the majority of WMMA is just very low level. Even for the UFC, man. Like I say, like I scratch all of that shit, send them all fucking back to Invicta. Like you'll have better cards, better quality cards as well. It's true, man. Like I mean, once in a while you get a really good fight, like Joanna versus Weili Zhang, but that's like few and far between, man. Like
Yeah, that's very rare, very rare. I
very
mean, I'm looking at the scorecard. It's like 50-44, 50-44, 50-45.
well, I mean, come on, yo. Like,
Not
I mean,
last year. She was
so apparently, according to like these guys who were talking about it on the forums and this and that, the odds were so fucked that if you put $1 million on Amanda Nunes, you would have won 160,000 only. Those were the odds. So yeah, that was a pretty shit line. But I guess that's what fighting is, right? Who? Anyways, let's move on to the next one, which is what is the next card?
251.
No. There is a fight night in between.
Your girl. Jessica is fighting.
Oh, dude, she's fucking terrible though. God damn, what a shit main event this is. I fucking who cares about this? Then there's another fight card in between, which hasn't been really made. There's another fight card in between, June 28th. Holy shit! And then you get UFC 251. So they're like every week now their fights. They're gonna do them at that Apex Center, no, the one with the smaller
Now,
cage.
obviously, now I'm at the UFC 251 page right now. I'm assuming that nothing's going to change.
Yeah, I think all of it's been signed.
If this stays, then this is one hell of a card.
Oh yeah, dude, this is
Let's start from
crazy.
the bottom. Let's start from the bottom, actually. From right here, it's Volcano's Demi. He's back.
Yeah,
Fighting.
you know who he's fighting? This guy, Yiri Prokcheka. He's the fucking Ryzen light heavyweight champion, the guy that knocked out King Mo. So he comes with a little bit of hype behind him.
Really?
Yeah,
Where is he from?
Polish, I think. From the surname, like fucking consonant fill surname.
Entirely possible.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he's from Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I should
Check
be
your
able
pocket.
to check. Same thing, man. Same thing. Same fucking colored flag.
Right next to it.
Yeah, right next to it. Same
Like
people.
10 kilometers away.
It's a fantastic fight. That's one. I mean, fucking Pedro Munoz, Frankie Edgar. Yeah, both kickboxers. The next one is going to be great. Pedro Munoz, Frankie Edgar. Come on, son. Like, I mean, guillotine master versus submission defense master. Frankie Edgar has never been subbed, huh? I don't think he's ever been subbed. Yeah.
He only got stopped recently.
Yeah, he only got stopped the first time he was stopped was second time he got stopped twice, man. Once was Chang Sung Jung, and the first one was Brian Ortega, second one was Chang Sung Jung. Yeah, he got fucked up in that fight. Yeah.
Another question about the featherweight. I mean, Chang Sung Jung, he's on a tear right now. He's been winning. Even the Frankie Edgar fight, Frankie Edgar, what's his name?
The Ricardo Moicano, or you're talking about
Mexican guy.
Yair Rodriguez.
Yair Rodriguez got lucky with that. Okay.
Yeah. He was losing literally every minute of that fight.
Yeah. Chang Sung Jung is on his tear. I mean, where is he going with this? I mean, he's an exciting guy to watch. Right? You know, Chang Sung Jung is in the ring. Something's gonna happen.
145 is loaded as well. Like these smaller divisions are loaded, lightweight, featherweight, bantamweight, fucking loaded with talent. Like it's insane to see how good all these fighters are and how well they match up with each other. If you look at almost all I've said this before, you look at all these MMA promotions, the lighter weight guys, a lot of them are there because look, if you're going to get into professional sports, you have to be a fucking giant in the US. Because there's the NBA, you have to be a giant there. The NFL, you have to be a giant there. So if you're not a giant, you're fucked, right? Like these are the two major big sports. Baseball, no one gives a fuck anymore. So like these are the two major big sports that are going on. And so if you can't get into either of those, and if you're a wrestler, whatever, all that shit. Whereas fight sports, man, that's why you see like, the lighter weight divisions, Olympic champions and all that. These guys are coming in now slowly. They're realizing, fuck, dude. And which is
Sorry, you completely.
No, I was going to say which is a very good segue into fighter pay, but
Yeah, we can talk about the fighter pay thing. I was actually wondering what like why Frankie Edgar is in Bantam.
that's what his natural weight class is, really. And to think this guy was fighting at lightweight, dude.
He was a lightweight champion, man.
Yeah, lightweight champion, dude. Yeah, he was a lightweight champion at one point of time.
War with weight, like thrice.
Yeah, he was a killer, dude. Straight up killer. And he should have won both the Benson Henderson fights. Like, if you really think about it, like Benson Henderson didn't really do much, man. He was always that kind of a fighter, fucking too slick for his own good, like Benson Henderson. Too slick for his own good. Yeah, so I mean, right now, like those guys at 155, like Habib and all, like fucking, they're a different breed of like fighters. Justin Gaethje, dude, like, what the fuck, like.
And then Habib is a lightweight as a miracle. The guy is too big for lightweight.
They're all huge, man. I mean, dude, if you think about it, at one point in time, BJ Penn used to be a lightweight. Jens Pulver used to be a lightweight. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking guys have gotten bigger, just like fucking cutting weight better. Like, it's become an art form now, man. These guys like fucking special science behind this shit. Oh no, you have to do this, and then this will happen. And I mean, Jesus Christ, like I could never think of cutting weight, dude. Even when I competed, I technically should have competed in like fucking 71 or 72. I was like competing 10 kilos heavier. Oh, fuck cutting weight, man. Fuck that shit. It's crazy. I haven't put my body through that craziness. Fuck that.
Like the weight cutting in science has gotten better. A lot of people have gotten great results by cutting the right kind of weight. We used to have so much trouble, but now the older he is, now he's older. He's doing it right, so he doesn't perform better. But the other side is also true. The other side is also true. Like, I mean, there are guys. I mean, the older you get, you get more difficult to cut weight. So if there's these elite guys, obviously the best example is Robert Whittaker. He was at welterweight, and then he got a little older and realized, fuck this, I'm going to middleweight. He became a champion.
And even then, they still have to cut a little bit of weight, just not as much. Like it's not as another 8-9 kilos when you're shredded. Like it's just. That's bad. Jorge Masvidal, Gilbert Burns. There's so many guys, man. They just do.
Conor is a great example.
Yeah, Conor. I mean, but I think at 170, like, you need to have that little bit of like fucking pain before you go. Like, it's the sauce to fighting, man. Like, you have to have that savagery. Like, I'm ready to fucking kill, and a weight cut does that to you because it puts you at that like the lowest state you could possibly. You come out like fucking wanting to murder. Like, I've always seen it. Like, I mean, at least I think it's that way. Because the most ferocious guys are the ones who do it like that, man. Like GSP, the only time he ever fucking moved up in weight and it fucked with him. The guy was a natural 170 pounder. Big dude, but like understood the science of cutting to 170 pounds. And come fight night, like there was no more Canadian in him, dude. Like it was straight up savagery. Like he's like an anime villain. Like one of those anime villain type guys. Like you have to have that weight cut. When you're like, hey, cool, and you're carrying too much, man. You need to be at fight weight. Like fight weight is what? Starving, like fucking you're there. It's a psychological game as well, right? Like you're starving, you haven't eaten, there's no food in your stomach, you're just like fucking ready to like murder anything you see, fucking touch. Like, everything pisses you off. Like that's what you need to be to go and like.
Yeah, fighters who cut a lot of weight are generally on the edge.
Yeah, you have to be like that, man. I mean, yeah, you walk out and you enjoy yourself and you relax and all, but you also have to have that mentality of like summoning that call to violence. Like you can't just do it like say normally. Like, it's especially great violence against a great competitor. It's not like he's just going to beat up some fucking bum, dude. Like, I mean, the other guy standing next to you on the other side is also like that, like
Another
fucking
challenge.
starved himself. Like, he's also there fucking, like, gritting, like, dry jaws, like, biting ice and shit. Like, it's a fucking intense game, man. Like, if you really think about it, like, there's this. That's how when you saw Conor at 170, chill, like, fucking, hey. One round he lasted. One fucking round he lasted. Even the next fight, dude, by the time the third round was, he was like,
Which fight?
the Nate Diaz fights.
Second round he got tapped out. Yeah, he lasted one.
Yeah, he lost the second one. Second round he got tapped out. So
Second fight he was out. I mean, Nate Diaz still had gas, I think.
Yeah, Nate Diaz had a ton of gas. He was completely out, which is what I'm saying. You need to be at that state of like almost near death to be able to get the best of that. And that's when all your flight or fight mechanisms kick in, right? Like all your adrenaline, everything that wants to keep you alive kicks in. Because let's face it, dude, sometimes these guys, when you get knocked out cold, it's pretty much a fight to the death, right? Like for these dudes. You get knocked out, the guy has full, like, dude, if there was no referee to save Ben Askren, Jorge Masvidal would have stomped him in the face, like until that dude's head was like, a watermelon and just like smashed. That's what it would have happened if there was no ref.
Like a real baptism.
Real fucking baptism, like sangre del baptisto, like that fucking. It'll be one of those shit, like one of those kinds of like fucking serial killings. It's just that MMA we sanitize it a little bit and stuff, but we like the danger that these dudes present, especially when they're in that like fucking everything's tight, muscles, they're just ready to go. Like that state, oh fuck that, dude.
Speaking of baptism, what's up with Masvidal? What's happening?
No, man, I mean, these guys aren't paying him, man. What the fuck? I mean, look, I don't get into too much of this UFC policy, paying fighters and all. I'm like, just fucking pay them what they ask for, man. Yeah, okay, fine. If he asks for 30 million, don't give him 30, man. Give him fucking 10, no? Like, I mean,
Jordan asks for 30 million.
Yeah, if you don't give him 30, give him 10, dude. Even like 10, one fight, like you have to meet people in the middle somewhere. Then he'll say, no, fuck you, I want 15. Okay, then you'd say, no, okay, I'll give you 12. You can't just be like, go fuck yourself. Like the UFC.
That's what this is. All people retiring is a negotiation tactic. I mean, boxers do it on and off. Has done it before. As not just boxers.
Of course, it's a negotiation tactic.
Not just boxers.
Think about this. Where the fuck is Conor going to go and fight? Bellator. Conor McGregor is going to fight in fucking Bellator. Come on. Where is this guy going to fight? Where the fuck is John Jones going to fight? John fucking Jones. Masvidal, dude. Like, these are stars. These are like, they're known to like public, mainstream culture. Then you're going to let them go like this? Just fucking pay them what they're worth. Fucking pay them what they're worth. Pay them a little more. If you really want this like fighter thing to shut the fuck up. Pay them a little more. Say, chuck the key away. Like, fucking throw another cool mill and a half there. Like, these guys can afford it, man. They're billionaires, dude. What the fuck is a couple of million to them? For these guys, it's generational money, right? Like, $10 million, dude, is a.
Masvidal has said it so many times. Like, if I get good money, it's my, it's money for my kids' college and everything.
Exactly. So
he said my kids are set for life.
Yeah. No, and a lot of this shit as well. Like, you hear Dana talk about this stuff, and he this is a bad time to ask for money. When's a good time to ask for money? It's always a bad time to ask for money. Yeah, we understand. Like, all of this shit is going on. The coronavirus, there's that. Your events have started, right? You're making money from there. So you want to pay.
I mean, 249 was a great success.
They need to. Yeah, they need to step up their fucking game is all I'm saying. Same with John Jones, dude. Just get the best fighter in the world and you're short-changing the guy. Come on, son. Come fucking on.
Yeah, for Conor retiring, I took it with a grain of salt when he said it because he has said this to them.
Yeah, once or twice he's
retired. Then he gets a new contract and he fights someone new and you know what happens after. Conor Mania and UFC are like, you can't remove them from each other. Like, Conor can't go and start, join Bellator or start his own promotion.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Giving him ideas or anything, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a shit show right now in terms of the UFC because now fighters are finally finding out what they're worth. And once you find out what they're worth, then you're gonna have trouble, right? Like, as far as the promotion is concerned. You're not going to be like, if you can't pay your fighters, then like, or if you not just, sorry, I need to rephrase. If you choose not to pay your fighters, then that's on you, man. As a business, it's on you.
Why would you not pay your fighters? I mean, your job is about, you're in the fight business. Who else are you supposed to
Exactly.
fight?
No, that's what I'm saying. They're ruthless. They're really ruthless. Short of the Ali Act getting passed, which is not going to get passed for MMA, uh, or a union, and even a union, they won't be able to get more than 30-35%. So as far as that's concerned, apart from any of those, you're fucked. Like, it's just there's no point talking about it really. I mean, of course, we've talked a lot about it, but what I'm saying is that there's no point in it simply because of the fact that if these things don't happen, things won't change. So it's just the way it is, man. It's the nature of business. Like, it's these guys are ruthless. They're fight promoters. They're supposed to be ruthless. It's a dude. Come on, man. Like, we think of these guys as suit-wearing businessmen. Dude, these guys are fucking gangster as shit, man. Fight promotion. I mean,
Absolutely. People forget. I mean, fight business was invented by the mafia.
yeah,
Technically invented by the mafia, the Italian mob or whatever mob. They invented the fight game. They started this shit. Okay, this is just a legit. This is just that thing got legitimacy. MMA, yes, developed on its own. That can be argued because of the preseason, whatever, etc. We know the history of UFC.
but prize fighting.
Yeah, prize fighting, but prize fighting, organizational prize fighting was developed by the mafia.
It's always been a criminal enterprise. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been on the fringes of
They
society.
started an underground space. Even now, the underground
Yeah.
fights happen.
Yeah,
Even
they happen everywhere. They happen everywhere. Like any small gym, you'll find some smoker going on. See, this is the thing, right? Humans have been fighting since the dawn of time. There are three people involved in the fight: the two fighters and the fucking promoter, dude. The guy who screams at everyone, "Come watch our fights. Come watch these two guys beat the shit out of each other." And that's
oldest
always been it's always had a criminal underbelly to it, you know?
It's one of the oldest businesses in the world. One of the
Yeah.
oldest job.
Yeah, watch two people get to fuck each other up. Like guys that it's just, dude, this is the thing. Like it went out of fashion for a little bit, but it had to come back in some way or the other. The word MMA is that people say, oh no, it's a sport. It's not a sport. People, oh, it's a blood sport. It's not a sport. It's fighting. Like it's not a sport, dude. Like you play sports to substitute fighting, so you don't have to fight. That's why you came up with fucking sports.
Yeah. Substitution for war.
Yeah, it's
Substitution
substitution
for
for fighting.
Yeah.
It's a complete substitution for fighting. So it's not the same. It doesn't fall into the same category only. It's not the same thing. Sports is something else, and fighting is its own fucking thing. Combat is its own separate, completely separate thing. That's why regular sports Joes and shit like can't follow fighting the way most like people who are martial artists follow it. And plus, like this is a good time to be alive as well, because like literally, do think about it, in a shitty fuck all third world country like us in India, we have good jiu-jitsu schools. What does that say about the art? What does that say about
It
the
appeals to everybody. It appeals to everyone across the board. It doesn't matter your religion, your race, your caste, your creed. Does not matter. Everyone can fight.
Yeah,
Anyone
or
and
wants
everyone
to
can
fight,
fight.
yeah,
I
or
loves
wants
to
to
watch
fight,
fighting.
yeah, wants to watch it.
We can have a conversation. Like when we're going down the road in a cab or in an auto
Yeah,
or whatever. If a fight breaks out on the other side of the road, people will
everybody,
stop and watch.
yeah, people stop and
Even
watch.
for 5 seconds, people will stop and watch because people like conflict. People like
Yeah, and the magic is not in the fighting. The magic is in the promotion, getting it out to people. That's where it's really at, right? Like a lot
selling,
of promoters, huh?
selling the fight.
Yeah, selling the fight, getting people to watch. Because we're gonna have two guys. Like, look, if you're gonna be a prize fighter, you like I like watching guys fight in a cage for bucket loads of money, because the stakes are so fucking high. Like, it's not just money as well. Like, fucking ego involved in that shit, man. To be the fucking champion of the
So,
world. Like,
so many stories, histories involved. There are layers to it now, and especially right now, where
to
MMA
become
being
a
very
champion in the UFC, like, I mean, to hold a fucking belt and to have that, like, it fucks with your mind, dude. Like, I mean, you're told like you're the baddest motherfucker who weighs this much. Like, like nobody can fucking stop you. Like normal people like cower at the sight of you. Like John Jones, if you saw him in the middle of the street, dude, like the guy's 6 foot, fucking 4 scars across his face. Like you know the guy's been through some shit. You've seen him go through some shit.
I think when he came at the rioters with the megaphone, the rioters just ran. No, not this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not this
Like,
guy.
he was like, give me that speaker. And the guy's like, okay, here. Like he had to say it twice. Like those guys like, yeah, okay, yeah, please. I don't want to have like a fucking
No one's gonna mess with John Jones, man.
yeah. It's like most other fighters will be like, oh, I'm afraid of a lawsuit. Not Jones will be like, bitch, what the fuck? He's not the fighter you want to be picking shit with. Like if there's any fighter on the planet you want to like you can probably talk shit to Stipe, fuck with him. He'll probably like not hit you and not fuck you up. DC guys like that. Like they're like okay, yeah, like yeah, I don't want to get sued. Not John. Like fucking sue me, bitch. Like he's the kind of guy that'll hammer you down. Like that's what I like about Jones, man. The dude he's just fucking mean. Like he has that mean streak in him.
Also messed up, but yeah.
Like that's why he's mean, right? Like what normal people are mean like that? No, dude. Like he's a little different. Yeah. There's a sociopathic tendency to his meanness. Like he just fucking wants to inflict pain on you. Like when like just look at his resume of fights, who he's beaten. Like I mean, what the fuck? Like, the only thing,
Everybody. Everybody.
everyone from the light heavyweight division. Anyone who was anybody who mattered in the light heavyweight division and some who didn't, he beat them all. The only now he's slowing down a little bit because he's fighting like a champion now. That pity patter, like he's fighting like a champion. It's a different thing to fight like a champion. Different like to beat a guy like him requires a Herculean effort. Is what I mean.
To beat a guy like him, you have to be like him. Or you have to be as mercurial as him.
You have to be better than him. It's not good enough to just be like him because his IQ is too good, defensively too sound. So it's not good enough to be as good as he is. You have to be better than him to beat him. And I don't see, or you have like one punch KO like Francis Ngannou. But even then, John Jones's chin is like fucking sturdy as shit.
You think Israel has a chance?
Israel could outpoint him. But I don't think Israel can stop him. I don't think
I don't think Israel can stop him, but I don't think John Jones can stop Israel either because Israel is too slick, I feel.
Israel's too slick, yeah. Israel is a little too slick. He just can't get into banging range with John Jones. You can't bang with that dude. Like, he'll outbang you. Like either he'll outbang you or he'll take you down. So you have to be like uber careful. And once he's on the ground, Alexander Gustafsson found out the second time. Like he's not wasting no time. He'll take you down, fuck you up, choke you out.
That's the thing about John Jones, right? His grappling is still untested.
Yeah.
Still untested. Even DC couldn't take him.
Yeah, even DC couldn't take him on. The guy's barely been on his back, dude. I don't ever think the only time I've ever seen John Jones in guard, only time I've ever seen him guard is when he fucking pulled guard against Rashad Evans. He pulled guard, dude. He's like, fuck it, I pulled guard. He's that kind of guy. When Gustafsson took him down, dude, it wasn't even a takedown because he immediately got on his arms and legs and popped back up. He didn't spend any fucking time on the ground. So as far as I'm concerned, nobody has ever taken him down. They've tried. Many have tried. But an Olympian tried. Not even close.
His grappling is still untested. That's what amazes me and also terrifies me.
Like you can't play guard with John Jones. If you pull guard with him, you'll get fucking hammered into the canvas. Yeah.
He's gonna be on your knees and punch you. He's gonna punch you from his knees. There's such range. He'll be on his knees.
And he doesn't hit you. He hits you with those elbows, dude. Yeah, it's even harder than a punch because he's so big and his shoulders, like he's just built for it, right? Like so that torque he gets. Shogun sound.
He'll probably be, up on his elbow, up on his knees, and then get you with his elbows. He's so big.
Yeah, he's big. And technical, tactical, like he's got all of that shit. Like in the octagon, he's unbeatable. Dude. Outside, okay, whatever. Like, personal conflicts and personal problems aside, the guy is something a mercurial fighter, like just straight up mercurial. You don't see guys like that anymore. So if he is saying, I'm going to retire, whatever, fuck off, like grant me my release now, dude, you have a problem. You have a real fucking problem in your organization. He's not just your biggest star, like he's the best in the fucking world, dude. Look at who's beaten. Nobody's even come close to beating him, man. Like, I mean, in terms of like, oh, this was super close. Even the Dominic Reyes fight, I watched it again.
Dominic Reyes almost got close to
Yeah,
outpointing him,
but
but
no,
good.
no, not happening. Yeah, he still got chased down the last few rounds, man.
I mean, John Jones always pulls through in the last rounds. Always. I mean,
Always.
that's his
He's a why? Because he's a championship fighter. He's
playing,
a champion.
fighting
He's a
5 rounds.
champion
He's been
for 10
playing 5 rounds.
years. 10 fucking years, yeah. He's been fighting 5. He doesn't even know what a 3-round fight is, man.
I think that one with OSP was 3 rounds.
No, that was also a 5-round fight. Interim
Oh,
title. Dude, he's never fought like I don't think he's ever fought a 3-round fight after that shit. Obviously, why the fuck would he? I don't think he knows how to fight 3 rounds anymore. And if you fight Jones, you have to fight him 5 rounds. He'll make you fight 5 rounds with him. If he can't put you away quick, he'll make you fight 5 fucking rounds.
Yeah.
Just pop shot you, blast you, and fucking then there's the threat of the takedown, and just everything is coming at you at different levels, man. If he's saying like, dude, I have a problem with this, bro, you gotta re-examine your entire structure of how your organization works. So it's a harrowing time for fighters as well, because now the argument is, oh, you know, a lot of Americans also, like, you know, like, we aren't making money and you here fighting for entertainment, and you know, it's just these weird conundrums of and hypocrisies coming out of. So it's difficult for these guys to make money as well. It's completely understandable, because then it's PR as well for them, right? It's just an awful time all around, man. Just everything is kind of fucked right now. Especially, I mean, here in India, let's not even go into that, because what can be said that has not been said before 1,000 times by smarter people, by more educated people. So
Coming back to the UFC 251 card. Yeah, there's Paige Van Zandt and Amanda Rivers.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, who gives a
Paige
shit?
Van Zandt is a very boring fight. I don't think she can fight. She just
Who gives a shit? My question is, who gives a shit? Yeah.
Moving on, heavyweight bout, Shamil Abdurrahimov.
Yeah, versus Cyril Gane. Superb fight again. Francis Ngannou's training partner.
Yeah. Oh, this guy, no?
Yeah, Cyril Gane.
He's the guy who knows how to grapple.
Yeah, he's the guy that's got like a superb striking game, but then chooses to like sub guys.
Yeah.
Arm triangle, fucking heel hook and shit. Like, heel hook, I was like, what? When does a heavyweight get a fucking heel hook finish? And perfect heel hook finish as well. Eh? And he was beating that dude's ass into the ground, you know. So I'd like to see him fight. If he wins this, you know what? If he wins this fight, I would really like to see him fight Greg Hardy. Like someone like that, like, you know, big power, but not.
He can probably give Greg Hardy trouble.
Yeah, dude. Alexander Volkanovski gave him Alexander Volkov gave him a lot of trouble. So he's untested
and undefeated.
Yeah, and undefeated as well. Next fight.
The next fights are juicy. Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo.
Oof. Straight up, like pants off, like cigar down, booze down fight. Like, I mean, fucking. This will be a throwdown, straight up throwdown. Russian bomber and Brazilian bomber, two of them, both. That's a superb fight. What to say? I favor Peter Yan.
Yeah, because I favor Peter Yan because he's younger. His boxing is much more crisper than Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo is a damn good boxer, don't get me wrong. But Jose Aldo past his prime.
Yeah, a little past his prime.
His boxing was never,
he had very
no. He was always there to complement his kicking game. Jose Aldo's boxing is always there to complement.
His boxing was very good, dude. Yeah,
very good, no doubt. He has great head movement, great. He's very defensive when he wants to be. Jose Aldo, even in the second Frankie Edgar fight, Frankie Edgar had trouble touching him.
Yeah,
Jose Aldo was like touching and moving away. Jose Aldo is great.
The only time I had like trouble was when Max Holloway put it on him, and Max is just the way Max fights. Like
there's nothing on Max. No, Max doesn't go away. You hit him, he's like right there. He's like still looking at you.
He doesn't move. Like he's there. Like you have to fight him for all 5 rounds. Like he's not going to be someone who's going to go away just like that. Another one who's been fighting 5 rounds for a really long time. Now then, let's go to the featherweight co-main. Just Max and Volkanovski. I think it's a little too soon for Max Holloway, but maybe he's figured a way out, because if there's a guy that can beat Volkanovski, I think he needs maybe a fight or two before, like, just sort of like to get the ball rolling, to figure out like Volkanovski, see more of his game. If there's one guy who can do it, it's Max. Like Alexander Volkanovski is a really good fighter, but really boring dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like really boring personality, very
Yeah, I
bland.
think but I don't know about his personality. Yeah, he is, to be very fair. But as far as the
He's
fighter
very
is
bland.
concerned, he fought Max the way you're supposed to fight Max.
Yeah,
Like
perfect fight.
perfect fight for Max. And if Max has been training for this fight, which means that Max has been thinking about it.
Yeah,
He gave
obviously.
some. I mean, after a long time, someone gave Max something to think about. Max always, he had Max always. He's his own guy, right? He always moves
Yeah.
in his own game. He'll
Marches
do
one
his own shit.
Filipino's own drama.
Yeah. Even and I think that's why he lost to Dustin Poirier because he tried to do his shit. Dustin
Yeah,
Poirier doesn't give a shit about that. Dustin Poirier will
yeah,
also do his own shit,
yeah.
right? So he didn't change his game plan.
He needs to
I,
change
I
it now. Like,
yeah. Now if he doesn't, then he'll probably lose again, and that will be really sad because Max Holloway is greatness.
yeah, it's pure
Absolute
greatness.
greatness.
Yeah, the guy. He's got the personality, the fighting style, and just everything about him. Like, and there's a crop of contenders coming at 145 as well. Just
Yeah,
guys who are coming
absolutely.
up. Like,
Absolutely.
this is
I hope
killers. Like,
I hope Korean Zombie is in the line. That's
yeah,
where
yeah. Korean zombies there. Calvin fucking Cater, Zabit. Yeah, Yair Rodriguez, all these dudes, they're coming. Like, all of them are coming slowly, slowly. Sub are Shane Burgos, like, these dudes are all fucking coming. It's 145, as I said, 155, 45, 35 are just divisions. Most fights you can make in those divisions are going to be fucking good. Like, it's because, see, 135 are guys who've got enough power to blast you, but like super fast, right? So they've always got that. Featherweight have got power to blast you and are super fast, but not as fast as the bantamweights. And the lightweights are just bruisers, like straight up bruisers.
they're like just smash you.
Yeah,
Look at the
lightweights are out to like will fuck your world up, type guys. Like
look
just
at the
even
look
if
at
you,
the champion. I mean, we're talking about people who had no answers to John Jones, Habib.
yeah,
No one
no
has an
answer.
answer to Habib.
They know
Like when
exactly what he's going to do as well. It's not like he's like super dynamic or anything like that. Like, one of these guys who throws like 360 kicks. And, yeah, you know what he's going to do. Just can't stop him.
when Sid was here in the last podcast, there's a question we asked him, right? Like how do you solve that problem? Like if it's a problem, if you consider Habib to be a problem, which he is
Mm,
by the way in the lightweight division, because
yeah.
everyone below him, everyone is fighting each other, and there's interim champs and number one contender, number two contender. So many times, Dustin Poirier did that. Uh,
I think the only answer.
everybody has done that.
I
Now
think the
Justin
answer
Gaethje
to
is
him could be Justin Gaethje, someone with good wrestling chops. But see, now this is the thing. There's a reason why wrestling is only 2 minutes. Because it tires you the fuck out. This guy can wrestle for 25 minutes straight.
unless you're Habib.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Habib can wrestle 25 minutes straight. So it's a very intriguing match.
Actually, okay, here's my thing. You you'll probably agree or not. I don't know. You have seen most of his fights. He takes the third round off.
Yeah, sometimes he does. Sometimes he does.
Yeah,
Sometimes he goes full blast. Like Edson Barboza, he went full blast in third round.
he used to take the third. He used to take like he has done that. He has been doing that since Al Aquinta fight. He's been
No, so
taking the
what I'm saying with him is even if he takes that one round off, if Justin Gaethje is too tired to do anything, you have trouble there. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe a round or two, he just fucking out wrestles him, puts him up against the cage, pulls him down. Justin Gaethje gets back up, reverses again, keep going, double leg, single leg, high crotch, like fucking mad return, keep going. Then we see in the third round how good your leg kicks are when your legs are fucking tired from holding out a guy who's literally like almost double his weight in the cage that night, who's like also technically sound, and it's gonna be a fucking tough fight, man.
Connor couldn't do shit to him despite all the
Couldn't do
hype.
fucking shit to him, dude. Connor couldn't do anything to him. There's a picture I put up. I remember a long time ago when you can see it when he's trying to get up, like it looks like he's drowning, dude. He's like
Yeah.
he's actually drowning because that's what you feel like when you're under a guy like that. Like it's just, how do I put this shit, man? Like people don't understand this unless you've grappled. Like if you've grappled with someone who's better and stronger than you,
Exactly.
it feels like that. It just feels like
I
you're
mean,
being like,
we
fuck. What do I do?
we have had this experience at the gym, like guys who are like just too good. Like
Mm,
I've been like I'd always Sid maybe, or like any of these guys are like good, like you even, or Anshul for instance. Holy
Yeah.
shit, man! You like can't do shit to them.
You can't do shit. I feel it that like sometimes I roll with guys and just like with coach, fuck
Oh,
dude, what do I do, man? Just defend, 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 defend. And at some point in time, they will catch you because all they're doing is attacking. Like so, if you're the nail, you're continuously going to be the nail with guys like Habib. Dustin Poirier, man, like dude, he that beautiful switch he tried to hit on him. Fucking Habib just passed his guard and went straight to side control and yanked him back down. Like it is so demoralizing to have that shit happen to you when you know it's your best fucking move. Yeah, cool, I got it. I fucking moved. Nothing. There's something about fighting guys like that, specialists. Like
too much of a specialist. I think. I mean, like he's just so good at that one thing. I mean, no one is as good as he is at that one game. Even
clinch
like
fighting,
he has
like
specialists.
his fighting is deadly against the
Yeah,
cage,
we
dude.
still have specialists. Like we still have like okay, Damian Maya. I think he's retired now, but Damian Maya was also a specialist, right?
Yeah.
His game was more slow, much
Mm,
slower game. He was like slowly and steadily get your back or take you down and then choke you out. That was Damian Maya. It'll take him a couple of rounds sometimes. But Habib, no, it just take you and keep beating you for 5 rounds. I mean,
straight up, like dude, Edson Barboza. Like and the thing is, like I really like the way he sort of he looks at people, man. Like I remember when they were asking him, like, what do you think of this fighter? He's like, when they asked about Kevin Lee, long time ago. This is before Kevin Lee had lost against Tony. He said small heart, and look at and it shows, man. Like the guy, he doesn't have that drive that these other dudes have. Like Cory Sandhagen, no, like fuck it, choke me out. I'll go to sleep. Fuck you. Wasn't gonna tap. Like that's a fighter who's got that fighter that's fight of the dog in him. Kevin Lee doesn't have that. Very accurate assessment by him as well. Even with Connor, he's like, dude, I'm gonna make him tap. Like this is just he's going to tap to my pressure, my submission, and that's exactly what happened. He talked like Connor talked so much shit. He basically he cashed a check. Yeah. So it was a beating. Same with Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier straight up beating, dude. Apart from those 30 seconds where he tried to chase him down, just through and through beating.
you remember what he said before the Dustin Poirier fight? Like everybody, first round they want to fight, second round they don't want to fight.
Yeah, they want to fight.
And that's exactly what happened to Dustin Poirier. Exactly what happened to Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier second round, he was like, fuck. He had no clue what he was doing.
He's like, I can't get this guy off me. Like I can't circle all the tricks of the trade, cutting the cage, trying to circle. Doesn't work with this dude. Clamps on you. I mean, when you wrestle bears since you were a kid, what the fuck does a human being gonna feel like, man? Like this is one thing that you realize when you just like wrestle up with dogs and all. They don't know their strength, right? They use fucking 100% of their strength when they do it. So when you're wrestling with a bear, it's not gonna fucking hold back on your ass. It doesn't know like, okay, here's technique and it just fucking goes, man. Like with animals and shit, when you go, like you realize how not strong you are. Like just like a lab, dude. Like how fucking strong that thing is. When you have to hold back a dog, especially a big dog, holy shit! Like when
I've had experience with this.
Same here. Like I mean, my lab, dude. If he wanted to go, fuck you. Like I'm going to go wrestle with him and shit. Like they use all their strength. Wrestling with like fucking around with animals is something else, man. It's not fucking wrestling with bears and shit since you're a kid.
Dog grows up. If you like, if he just eats proper and goes for normal walks, look at the muscles on it, especially a male. Okay, we had a male Doberman. When he was 2 years old, his shoulder and arms were like, oh my god. He was
have you ever noticed this? Like, in zoos now you see it, but have you ever noticed this? You never see fat animals in the wild. Like, obese doesn't exist in the wild. The concept of being obese doesn't exist in the wild. Even when we were humans, it didn't exist because there was no fucking food. Like, every time you want to eat, you have to kill something. I mean,
Speaking of killing, the main event.
Oh, fantastic main event. Mr. Usman. Marty Usman versus Gilbert Burns.
Yeah. Isn't it too soon for this? Like he just had a fight.
He's still...
It's fresh, I know.
It's 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
A month. I mean, if he's still primed and still ready to fucking go ahead, man. Why not?
I mean, he didn't take much of a hit in the...
He didn't take any damage, dude. He walked away with without a scratch on him, man.
is this the right fight to make? Because there are a lot of other fighters. I mean,
Fuck it, go, let's go. Like, I don't care. Just like, fuck it. Stop
I
holding
mean,
the division.
actually, Masvidal should be fighting.
Yeah,
But
but like,
that's the fight that was supposed to happen. Like after the BMF thing and after Usman defended his belt against Colby, everyone
yeah,
like it was said like I think even Dana White said that that's the fight to make. Usman versus Masvidal fights. Both of them.
comes down to the
So
cashies.
Masvidal is bigger money than both of them put together. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
I agree. I agree. Just that's what I'm saying. Pay the fighters. It comes back to that again. But like, I mean, fuck it. Like, this is also a good fight. I'll take it, man. Like,
that is a damn good fight. Gilbert Burns is going to get raw.
yeah. Like, I mean, he fucking comes to bang as well. Like, what a bad, he's a bad motherfucker, dude. So I'm very excited for this.
Goes away or
Yeah.
loses heart.
And he's got superb submission skills. So like, taking him down is also a problem. Like,
Damien
it's
Maya
a
had trouble
big
with.
problem. Yeah. No, like, I mean, Damian Maya couldn't touch him, dude. Like, he escaped Damian Maya's back control like this. Dude, this guy is a fucking ADCC bronze medalist, IBJJF black belt winner, gi and no gi. Like, Gilbert fucking Burns, dude.
So is Damien Maya.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's escaped his back control like this. He's just as good. Like, the guy still grapples competitively. Still wins and shit, dude. He's fucking tapped out a lot of guys, man. Like, I mean, no, he's no joke, dude. Gilbert Burns, he still grapples competitively. I mean, of course, just recently he got caught by Craig Jones, but who doesn't get caught by Craig Jones? Like, that guy's a leg lock specialist. So the only guys who have not been caught by him have been guys like fucking Gordon and shit, like, who are just like even better than him.
Almost.
Almost got him. And Gordon is Gordon, dude. That guy is not going to tap. Like, he's not. For all his shit talking bravado, the guy backs it up. He's like, fuck you, I am who I am, dude. Like, all his bravado shit talk, like, he's like, yeah, go, then let's go. I've given you my rules, like, put up the money, let's go. No time limit, whatever the fuck you want, let's go. But nobody wants to challenge it. Oh, dude, fucking, dude, broke his fucking arm in 2 places, man. Like, I mean, and just chill. Like, everything was very chill for him. There was no high. Like, he doesn't explode into shit. He doesn't, like, force his way into things. Everything's very,
Fights like that. He always fights chill. He never rushes.
yeah. He never
He
rushes.
doesn't fight like Brazilians. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't fight like Brazilians.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. The Brazilians have that Donkey Kong style. No, some of them like Cyborg and Elbert Santos and all these. They have that very gorilla Donkey Kong style.
He's fights like that.
He fights like that. Yeah.
Fights like that.
And these Brazilian guys have no counter for that shit when they meet him, because he's just chill in every position. Every position he knows, I'm better than you here. So let's take it wherever the fuck you want to go. Like, so he's like these guys, and that's what pisses them off so much as well, right? Like, because he calls them like you spazzing around, like you're not doing jiu-jitsu. He's like, if you do jiu-jitsu with me, you're gonna get fucked. Like, dude, he swept Buchecha from fucking close guard. It's impossible to sweep that dude, and he didn't. So I mean, give those guys credit. Same with Gilbert Burns, man. Like, Kamaru Usman cannot fuck around and take the guy down. Like, so you have to stand and bang with him, and let's see who can bang better. This is gonna. I think Usman blasts him. Yeah, he's a bit bigger as well. Like, Usman he's another one. Right? I don't know how the fuck he makes 170. Right?
He's big.
He's big, dude. I think. You know what I think his worst matchup will be? His worst fucking matchup. Wonder Boy.
Usman, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy is his worst matchup, dude. Because if you're coming forward and trying to throw punches and shit at Wonder Boy, not fucking happening, bro. Not happening. Like, not with that, dude.
He's not going to be there. He's going to crack you.
No, dude. Even when Tyron Woodley hit him, Tyron Woodley was chasing him down to try and crack him. That's when he got him. You try all this, you try your shit with him, it doesn't work, dude. And he's learned from all of that, so he fights even smarter now. Like,
what happened to Tyron, though?
Dude, he's 37, man. How much longer will you fight in a weight class where guys are like 31, 32? Like, ugh.
To be very fair, like he had one weapon, his right hand.
Right? Good wrestling, but as I said, wrestling is only 2 minutes, no? You can't keep wrestling.
He wasn't that exciting a fighter to begin with.
He had the potential to be exciting, but just never chose to do it. So, I mean, props to him, whatever. He stayed champion for quite some time. but he was never going to break GSP's record. Like, you have to be something else to break that dude's record, man. Like, you have to be the best of the best of the best of the best. And these guys are all, yeah. To beat 3 generations of welterweights, dude, that's fucking crazy, man. Like, from old generation to fucking transitional generation to new generation, all of them, you whoop their asses. Even Johnny Hendricks, who was on all kinds of fucking Mexican supplements, still got beat by GSP. The guy knew how to win a fight. That's what a championship fighter is. Johnny Hendricks was never a championship fighter. That's his problem. He would give up. There's no give up in St. Pierre, dude. Like, that guy will fight till he fucking unconscious, man. He's one of those guys. So it's whenever people ask me, oh, greatest of all time, like, fuck Fedor or fuck all that shit. Georges St. Pierre, dude, most consistent amount. And Fedor is like this like what Alice in Wonderland, Dreamland pick. Dude, the guy was good, but he wasn't the fucking greatest, dude. He had a lot. Like, he got tapped. Number one, he's been tapped. He's been stopped by strikes. He's been knocked out.
He was already out of way past his prime when he got tapped.
I agree. So was GSP when he came back and still fucking won, dude.
Still GSP, that's why he's the greatest.
That's why he's the greatest. Like, Fedor, all that shit, great and all, dude. But he fucking fought guys like Zulhu Zinio and fucking Tyoshi Kosaka and Fujita and like, dude, these guys. Like, that's what I'm saying, man.
Only fight. Couple of fights of Fedor in his prime made sense. The Kevin Randleman fight made sense because
the Kevin Randleman fight, Krokop fight, Mark Golden fight.
These are the fights that made sense because they were similar
Nogueira fights. The 3 Nogueira fights. Yeah. So he's done a lot of good work, but there was a prime also fed him a lot of scrubs, man. It's just how Japanese matchmaking is.
Krokop is the only one who I think came close.
Yeah, I mean,
not came close, but fought him for 4 rounds.
Yeah,
unlike the others.
Yeah, fought him for the full 4 fucking rounds. Yeah, he was a bad man. 3 rounds, 10 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute. That was how Pride rounds used to go. That first round was a fucking killer, dude. That first round was a real killer, dude. Holy shit. 10-minute first round. Fuck. Huh?
Krokop is retired.
I think so.
Yeah, I think his last fight he fought that big fat dude.
KO'd him, yeah.
No, didn't KO him. He beat him, decision, but he avenged his loss. I mean, Krokop is one of those guys who's avenged all his losses right now.
Oh, yeah, he fought Roy Nelson.
Roy Nelson,
yeah. Fought Roy Nelson, yeah. Beat Roy Nelson as well, yeah. Avenged his loss.
Man, Krokop is the other guy. He has avenged all his losses.
Yeah, not all. Didn't get Brendan Schaub, didn't get Nogueira, didn't get a couple of guys, but every time he's gotten a rematch, he's won. He's always won the rematch. Yeah, so he's... Yeah, good. That Gonzaga elbow was something else, man. He fucking split his head open. Like, Gonzaga was never the same after that again. So it's one of those career-changing beating types. Like, anyway, I think we've also gone for about an hour. A very long recording this time. We had 2 cards to kind of cover and a lot of other stuff as well. But
given the fact that we're all kind of, endowed with great lethargy.
Just stuck at home for 2.5 months is just, fuck. This is crazy shit, dude. It's some real crazy stuff. So anyways, thank you so much for joining us. If you guys have lasted this long in all our conversation, we'll be back next week. We'll try and give you a breakdown of the card. I think there's a card going on this week. No, actually, fuck it. Until there's a good card, we won't.
Let's take our sweet time.
Yeah, we're going to take our sweet time with this. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about, video games, comic books, all that shit, entertainment, all that, let us know. Comments, this, that, tell us personally, all that. Thank you very much for joining us. For Deepro Banerjee and me, Andrew. Stay frosty, guys.
Bye-bye.